Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be ranking the top 10 best power forwards in NBA 2K22 MyTEAM. Now, just like with every other list that I've ever done on this channel, this video is entirely my opinion. There's a very good chance that a lot of you are going to have different opinions than me. Feel free to let me know about those down in the comment section down below. Also, for all my positional rankings lists, the top 10 lists anyway, I like to put players who aren't just at that primary position. So for example, if it's the point guard position, they could be a primary shooting guard as well. If they are eligible to play the point guard position, I think they deserve to be included in those rankings, and that's the same way it works for every single position, just because that's the way that I prefer to do my rankings. Now, one other thing, if you haven't yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 3,000 subscriber mark on the channel. We're less than 140 subscribers away, and I would love to hit that within the next month. So yeah, by the end of January. So I would really appreciate it if you do subscribe if you haven't already. But yeah, without further ado, let's not waste any time. Let's hop right into it and start off with number 10. And at number 10, I have Wes Unseld. This is a card that I do feel like has gone pretty under the radar, but definitely is a super solid option. I do have a gameplay on him if y'all want to check that out. And he's just a really solid all-around card. 6'7" with a 6'10" wingspan, 2 hotspots from both corners, 5 Hall of Fame badges, which are great under pressure, break starter, pogo stick, rebound chaser, and worm. Really good speed, 85 speed in excel, 82 speed of ball, super solid for a guy who's like more of a center, but he's only 6'7". I think his better position is actually the power forward position, because with his afro, he does look about 6'9". He does have a solid player build, 78 shot 3, 85 driving dunk, really good, well-rounded defensive stats, and a super solid rebounder. Admittedly, he is just that little bit undersized, but overall, definitely a super solid card. And the thing about him as well is that he can get any badge because he is an NBA 75 card, so you can add the limitless spot up, you can add the sniper, you can add the quick first step, you can add the clamps, you can add the interceptor. You add those 5 badges to this card can compete with any power forward in the game. I truly believe that. If fully badged out, I really think he is a super solid power forward option. Also has Kobe base, so he's got a really good jump shot with the release 70 upper. It's absolutely chicken. Fundamental dribble style is the 3rd best dribble style in the game. He's gonna be one of the better shot creators on this list as well, just because he can get burst animations out of his dribble moves, which is super nice as well. Coming in at number 9, we have Paul Silas, a card who has been around for a while, was released on day 1 of season 2, but is still definitely a really solid card. He's got 92 speed in excel, which is super good, 85 speed of ball, 85 driving dunk, 77 shot 3, really good defensive stats, especially on the perimeter, but he's solid on the interior as well. Hall of Fame interceptor, intimidator, and pogo stick are really good Hall of Fame badges. Thing about this card is he needs a lot of badges. He needs the catch and shoot badge, he needs the limitless spot up badge, he needs the sniper badge. If you have this card and you haven't badged up, he is a 100% viable option still at that small forward position, or power forward, really either one. Really good defender. That's what he does best. He can play make a little bit as well, has silver bailout, silver bullet passer, gold quick first step, which is super nice. And the other thing is he has shifty, another one of those power forwards with a good dribble style. Most of the power forwards on this list, like I said, are not going to be able to play make as well as a guy like Paul Silas will, because he has the pivot behind the back, the shifty dribble style, so he can create a little bit in the half court as well. Jump shot 12, release 133. It's the exact same release as Draymond, and overall, he's a really good card. Definitely a very viable option at the power forward. You could make an argument that you could put him over Draymond, but for me personally, we'll get to Draymond in just a bit, spoiler alert. But at number 8, I'm going with Carmelo Anthony, the season 1 level 40 reward. If you still have this card, you can still use him 100% and have a lot of success with him. Good speed and excel, good steal of ball, really good dunker, decent-ish defender, an elite shooter. Shooting badges are really good, has basically everything that you could possibly ask for. Needs this quick first step updated to gold if possible, but Hall of Fame ankle breaker, gold handles for days, gold glue hands. Thing about him is he needs defensive badges. Can get all of his defensive badges upgraded, and then you're going to need to add the clamps, the intimidator, the rim protector, the menace, things of that nature to really help him out and take him to that next level. But if you do get him badged up defensively, super solid card, good release. Melo's jumper is super nice. The one problem is on current gen, he can't shoot corner threes, which is definitely a little bit disappointing. His slasher dribble style isn't the best, but he's definitely a solid card. Not the greatest of defenders, but overall, as an offensive pick and pop guy who can also attack the rim a bit, definitely a super solid card in my team. At number 7, I believe, yes, number 7, we have Draymond Green. And Draymond is another really good card. Just another guy who's like, I feel like he's very similar to Paul Silas. They honestly give you different things. Draymond has 86 speed and excel, 86 shot 3, solid dunking, really good defense, slightly better badges than a guy like Paul Silas in terms of the playmaking and defensive badges, although he doesn't have Hall of Fame interceptor, but he's got the intimidator, the menace, the post lockdown, the hustler. Does need limitless spot up and sniper added like a couple of other cards on this list, but when you badge this card out, he's elite. A guy who I people love using in this game. Same exact jump shot as Paul Silas as well. Pippin behind the back. I wish he had shifty. The slasher dribble style instead of the shifty does hurt him a little bit, but I feel like even though the stats and badges might not quite say he's better than Paul Silas, I feel like defensively he performs at a higher level and just gives you a little bit more. 2K's done a good job of implementing Draymond into the game where he can kind of be that glue guy, similar to the way that he is in real life, and he does a really good job for your squad, and I think 100% deserves to be slotted in this top 10 at around number 7. At number 6, we're going with Kevin Durant, as I absolutely can't type, so let's try this again. Here we go. Kevin Durant. Moments KD is still a super viable option. I think he is a little bit better at small forward probably, but he's super solid at power forward as well. Good speed and excel, really good shooter, good slasher, solid defender, has an 88 block rating, which is huge. The other KD does not. Shooting badges are really good. Comes with basically everything you could possibly ask for except for maybe the blinders badge. Playmaking also is elite. He's probably the best playmaker on this list, I would say. Just looking at this guys on this list, he's either the best or second best playmaker on this list. An elite shooter. Defensively, he lacks a bit, not quite as much as I would say a guy like Carmelo does, especially if you badge him out, but not the best of defenders. Jumper though is really good. He can shoot corner threes, which is something Carmelo can't. He moves better in the half court and the full court with the pro 3 behind the back, pro 2 between the legs, shifty dribble style. He moves much better than a guy like Carmelo, and I think that really separates him over a guy like Carmelo. At the power forward position is his ability to create his own shot. At number 5, I'm going with Kevin Garnett, and KG is still another very valuable option. If you did grind for him in season 2, which I did not, but a lot of people did, you can use him at the power forward or center position still and have a ton of success. Probably slightly better at the center position, but even at power forward, he's solid. 6'11 with a 7'2 wingspan, which is elite size, 87 speed and excel. Speed of ball is a little bit low. You're probably not going to be handling the ball with him much, but he's a really good slasher, solid shooter, and an elite defender, except for that steal rating. Hall of Fame interceptor, intimidator, post lockdown, and rim protector are 4 of the best Hall of Fame defensive badges you could possibly have. Overall, just really complete on that area. Definitely needs badges like quick first step, bailout, limitless spot ups, sniper. You're going to want to upgrade these other playmaking badges as well, but if you get him badged out, he's super nice. Jumper is a tiny bit slow, and that's one of the things that I think holds him back from being that next level, especially at power forward, where most of the other guys in this list have elite jumpers. KG is not a card with an elite jumper, and that does hurt him a bit, but he plays elite defense. He's going to be the best rebounding card, I mean, arguably on this list. Gives you a ton on both ends of the court, and I think is a very valuable card you could still run at power forward with a ton of success. At number 4, I'm going with Dolph Schayes, and I think this might be a little higher than some of y'all would have expected to see Dolph, but I still think Dolph might be the best pure pick and pop guy in the game. Admittedly, Dolph is missing some key badges. He doesn't get quick first step, he doesn't get bailout. Those 2 badges do hurt him, but shooting badge wise, Hall of Fame catch and shoot, corner specialist, gold limitless, gold sniper, really good card. Defensively also super solid, 6'8", which isn't the craziest size. With Hall of Fame rebound chaser, he rebounds really well. Really solid defender on the perimeter, especially when you get that clamps and that interceptor on him as well. I know his perimeter defense is low, but 89 lateral quickness makes up for it. He's got solid speed, excel, and speed with ball as well, and he's a good dunker with a knockdown jumper. Jump shot 38 on quick is one of the better jumpers in my team right now, and just overall with that pick and pop ability, as well as his really good defense, his elite shooting ability, and the fact that he can get most of those badges that you would want to put on him, I think Dolph is super elite still and one of the top tier power forwards in my team. At number 3, we're going with Rudy Gay, and I believe I had Rudy Gay slotted in right at that number 3 spot for the small forward list as well, which is definitely a little bit coincidental, but Rudy Gay is a great card, a guy who I think can be on the vast majority of squads in my team, whether it's at the small forward or power forward position. 6'8" with a 7'3" wingspan, has a really big player build, so he looks super tall. Elite finishing badges, shooting badges are super solid. It does not get limitless spot up. That's a badge that hurts. At that power forward position, that'll hold you back just a little bit, but he does everything else at such a high level that I don't think it matters. Add that sniper badge. You could even add some playmaking badges, intimidator, rim protector, things of that nature. Solid all-around defender, an elite slasher, elite shooter, and really solid speed as well. Also, quick dribble style, Pippen behind the back, so he's got elite sigs, which helps him out a lot, and his jumper is phenomenal. Rudy Gay is one of my favorite jumpers to shoot in the game. Very hard to knock green, I would say. Like, it is so knockdown, and I think his ability to create his own shot, to knock down the three-pointer wide open, or even not wide open, at a super high level and defend, as well as his really good player build, I think he's so versatile and so talented that I can't not put him in the top 3. At number 2, I'm going with Giannis Antetokounmpo. I had a consideration, I will say, of putting Giannis number 1, but I decided to slot him in at the number 2 spot. Only a 69 three-pointer, and that is by far the biggest issue with this card. But if you put a shoe on him, you get a coach boost floors. You're going to get that into the 80s. Also, you can add catch and shoot, limitless spot up, and sniper. Add those 3 badges, and it really helps him out as a shooter. Playmaking badges are already super solid. Defensive badges are elite, all basically gold. And then Hall of Fame pogo stick, good finishing badges. Solid speed, excel, speed with ball. Really good dunker. He's an elite defender. I mean, Giannis always is an elite defender, and this year is no different. He's one of the best defensive cards in the game. And his jumper is really good. It's super fast, smooth, and easy to green, which is crucial with a low three-point shot to have a great jumper. And luckily, Giannis has a great jumper, which makes him that knockdown shooter in the catch-and-shoot situation. And because he can shoot the ball at such a high level, it really doesn't make him any sort of liability on the offensive end of the court, which allows his defensive ability and versatility to take over as well. Giannis is an elite card, 100% deserving of this number 2 spot. And at number 1, I'm going with LeBron James. Some people, especially people on current gen, are going to disagree with me about this one. I can already hear it. I know he can't shoot corner threes, and there's some people who don't love LeBron, but I still think he's the best guy at this position right now on either gen. 4 out of 5 hotspots, 6'9" with a 7-foot wingspan, a bunch of great finishing badges. Shooting badges are super solid as well. Needs limitless spot up. Besides that, he's really good. Playmaking badges, same thing, super complete. You could add handles for Days Tournament if you want to. And then defensively, chase down artist, clamps, interceptor, pogo stick on Hoff. Bunch of good gold badges. Does need rim protector, but overall, just an elite card in terms of everything that he gives you. He's a great playmaker, defender, solid shooter, and an elite finisher, obviously, as it's LeBron James. Can shoot the 3 at a high level, dunk at an incredibly high level. Really athletic, like the most athletic card on this list. Defensively, he's absolutely elite in terms of badges and stats, and overall, he just does everything well. His jumper is great on next gen. On current gen, I wouldn't say it's the most elite, but it's quick enough and easy to green. Unfortunately, it doesn't shoot corner threes, but especially for me, because I use my power forwards in the vast majority of the time in a pick and pop, he is able to catch and shoot from deeper, and that prevents him from stepping in and shooting those corner threes that wind up being corner twos, because he has that versatility to be able to be that pick and pop guy, and that's the way that I often use my power forwards in my offense. Movement wise, it's not the craziest, but he has the Pro 2 between the legs and the Pro 5 behind the back, which are good full court sigs. Half court sigs are pretty mediocre, but overall, LeBron is an elite card. He gives you so much value on the defensive end in terms of versatility and just his elite ability to guard anywhere from the primary ball handler to even a big man. He play makes at a high level, he knocks down the 3, and he's an elite transition guy as well. So overall, this is my top 10 power forwards list right now. Let me know what you think of my list down in the comment section below, and what would you change? Who do you think I ranked too high? Who did I rank too low? And is there anybody that you think I forgot that you think maybe deserved to have a spot on this list that I didn't put in here? Let me know about it down in the comment section below. But if you did enjoy this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll be back with more 2K content very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.